Welcome back to Closing Arguments. I'm Ted Rollins filling in for Vinny tonight. After 28 witnesses, including 6 accusers, the state of New York rested its case today in the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter was in the courtroom throughout the day. She joins us from New York. Chanley, fill us in. It was a big day for both sides.
Right, it was a big day. The prosecution rounded out its case in chief by resuming Lauren Young's testimony on cross and redirect, and then a corroborating witness, Ryan Beatty, who was there when she got home that evening in 2013, upset and terrified. He recounted that for the jury to corroborate her story, and then a foundation-type witness, but then they rested their case. The defense has already called witness number 1 a friend of Annabella Sciorra, Paul Felcher, who's also a recent friend, a close friend of Harvey Weinstein's now.
All right. Also joining us from Cleveland, Ohio, criminal defense attorney Ian Friedman. Chanley, again to you, I want to talk about Claudia Salinas. This is the woman that was supposedly with Lauren Young when she was accosted by Harvey Weinstein in that bathroom. She's become kind of a mystery woman because she hasn't been brought in front of the jury, at least not yet. Tell us who she is.
You're right, and her name is, however, on that potential witness list that the judge read to prospective jurors during jury selection. So that list was either a witness or a possible name they could hear during the trial, and they've heard her name over and over again as it regards Lauren Young. Lauren Young testified that she met Claudia Salinas in 2012 during Oscar season in Los Angeles, and that she told Claudia that night about a script she had about growing up in her life. They took a selfie that night, a picture together. The jury has seen that picture. But a year later, Claudia reached out to Lauren Young saying, hey, you want to meet Harvey Weinstein? Bring that script over. That's what Lauren Young did. But then the conversation led up to the bathroom, and Claudia allegedly stood outside the door while Harvey Weinstein allegedly assaulted Lauren Young.
Ian, the picture that was painted for the jury with the direct testimony of Laura Young was that her acquaintance, we'll call her, not a friend, Claudia Salinas, sort of set up this meeting, and then was standing outside the bathroom during the alleged assault. As a criminal defense attorney, how important is it, and to what extent are jurors going to want to see this person? And you're talking about her. She clearly would add something to the equation because the defense is claiming that this didn't happen. Well, guess what? Claudia Salinas would be the perfect witness. The fact that they may not see her, how does that help or hurt either side?
So from the criminal defense perspective, Ted, I would be emphasizing this. I'd be standing before that jury and say the one person who could corroborate the claim here. You didn't hear her testify in this case, and it's the state's burden to prove this case. They didn't meet their burden. If she had something that would have backed it up, you can bet she would have been here. So I would be pounding on this on the jury bar in front of those 12 ladies and gentlemen until the very end. It's an amazingly important fact.
Chanley, is there a chance she could come in and testify for the defense?
There is a chance. Like I said, she's one of the 90-so names that were listed in front of these jurors as a potential witness or a name they would hear during the trial. And the defense has been quite reticent about who they're going to call and when they're going to call them. We know who's coming up tomorrow, but as far as that, we'll just have to wait and see.
Let's take a listen to Lauren Young talking about seeing Claudia's shadow underneath the door as she's being assaulted by Harvey Weinstein.
At the point that you were attempting to get to the door, could you see any shadows or anything in the glass door?
Yes.
Can you describe that?
I could see a body figure, the shape of Claudia standing outside, and the shadow underneath too.
That main door, is that a door that is sort of opaque where you can see shadows from outside of the door?
Yes.
Ian, the story that this witness tells, and frankly, she was likely the best or second best witness for the state because she didn't have the baggage that some of the others did with ongoing relationships with Weinstein. But one of the things that stands out is this description of the actual incident where she's in this bathroom, he's in the shower at one point, and she says she's sort of trapped, and then you have this image of her friend looming and lurking outside the glass door. How effective was that? Or do you think jurors are thinking, well, once he's in the shower, why didn't you just get out of there?
Sure. Of course the jurors are going to question that, and both sides have to deal with that fact. The prosecution's going to say, look, you know, there's no script for a victim of sexual assault. She was traumatized. She didn't know what to do. The defense is going to say exactly what you just said. Why didn't you get out of there? But I think the bigger question is the jurors are going to have to ask themselves, wait a second, do we believe that this really happened with someone just on the other side of the door? You know, it's a big pill to swallow that it happened right there. And to get back to your question that you just asked a moment ago, you know, can the defense call this witness? If that witness is available and that witness has information that refutes the claim, the defense will call that person. And that, I think, would be very powerful testimony that the jury is going to want to hear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as soon as Lauren Young told her story, both sides were like, find her, figure out where she is in this, because she is critical. Chanley, what did Lauren Young, say about that moment of a potential escape? Because that's the one thing when you listen to her testimony, you think, well, why didn't, when he's in the shower, he's incapacitated, she could have gotten out. What was her explanation for freezing, I guess, in the bathroom while he's in the shower?
Well, the prosecution did a great job of bringing photos of the actual bathroom where it happened, where the jury could see that once Harvey Weinstein opened the glass shower door, it blocked the door that was the exit to the bathroom. And so when she went into the bathroom, not knowing at first it was a bathroom, and once she realized he had already opened that door, which blocked her access to get out, and then he's naked in front of her, she says he's a large guy and blocking her way, and she could see again Claudia out there, her shadow looming on the other side of the door. She felt like she was trapped. And
the imagery is that, like, Claudia is almost a prison guard here, that she is guarding the door for Harvey. Is that the way it was supposed to come across from Lauren's perspective?
That's right. That's how she presented it, and that's also continued the next day when she went to a meeting at the Weinstein Company. She only said she went to the meeting because she wanted to tell Harvey Weinstein off about what he did the day before to her. He actually wasn't there. It was his assistant Barbara she met with. But who did she see when she walked into the lobby? Claudia Salinas. She said she told Claudia off. But yet when she went to meet with Barbara, she said again, Claudia's presence outside the door, almost again like the security guard, keeping her and where Lauren was and when she was leaving. So
let's take a listen to more of Lauren Young talking about that moment.
So when he's in the shower, you're telling me you could not have just walked out the door?
No.
But you tried to open the door, right?
I went to approach the door.
Then the previous times you've testified, you were pounding on it. That was not accurate, was it?
Objection, testified?
Overruled. That was not accurate, was it?
No.
Those times when you said Claudia Salinas locked you in the bathroom, you did not know if that was true either, did you?
Objection.
Overruled.
I heard a sound and I thought it locked.
Ian, Damon Chironis is a bit of a bulldog. In the cross-examination was pepper attack. Was that the way to attack a witness like this, given the fact that there are 6 women telling basically the same story? Is that really the only way you can go about this?
No, it's certainly not the only way, but it's a way. And I always tell lawyers, look, you've got to take your style and go forward. And there, being on the ground, the lawyer on the ground, that's the style that he feels is in the best interest of his client. You know, but I think one of the things that's important to remember is this is just one inconsistency or one question. And when the defense is seeking out just this reasonable doubt, they're going to remind the jury, this is just one example of reasonable doubt. There's other history here, you know, the extended relationship and all these things that are going to make the jury question it. And the defense is going to raise that up. I think between this defense counsel and the rest of the team, they've got very varying styles. And so it's not like the whole trial is going to be trying to bully everyone. And here, where you've got an accuser up there who clearly has inconsistencies, clearly has changed their story, and clearly has engaged in suspect activity over the course of years, sometimes this style is warranted.
Ian, we're at the point now, the defense has started their case. In some cases, you don't need it to put on a defense. Where are we, what you've seen from all of the state's witnesses, the 6 accusers that have come in and told their stories, what does the defense need to do now with its case in chief, and what do they have to be leery of here while they have the ball in their court?
Sure. So I think what they need to do is during their cross-examinations, they raised areas of, I keep saying inconsistency, right? But of doubt. Let's just say doubt. And now what they have to do is they've gone back, they've gotten the witnesses to fill in those holes and say, you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we press on this. This is why we focus, because the real testimony is according to our witnesses. Now, you saw today the one witness who was a mutual friend of one of our other act's witnesses, and he got up there and he was talking. But to answer your question, he filled in a lot of information that they wanted, but they have to watch out. The defense has to watch out for information that they may not have been aware of. For instance, in this case, as you know, the prosecution came forward with a chain of emails between him and a mutual friend that, with Harvey Weinstein, that said, it was very degrading and derogatory towards women. That doesn't help in the theme of this case, where you do have 6 women. So I think right now, it's a give and take. The jury has got to, be saying to themselves, look, he's not a nice guy. He's got a pattern here and so forth. But the 2 accusers, the 2 people that these charges are based upon, can we say that it happened beyond a reasonable doubt? So far, the defense has done a good job poking at it. But any veteran criminal defense lawyer will tell you, and prosecutor for that matter, trial's not over till it's over. You could be having a great day, and tomorrow's a brand new day.
What about tomorrow, Chanley Painter? What are we expecting?
We're expecting Dr. Elizabeth Loftus. She's the defense's expert on memory. She's a social psychologist, and with lots of experience, she's going to conduct class for this jury, teaching them about how memories are formed, what affects memories, outside factors that can influence memories over time. We know some of these allegations go back 15, 25 years, so it's another step for this defense to try to poke holes in the credibility and the recall and the memories that these 6 accusers brought forth during the prosecution's case.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Ezra McCandless set to be sentenced tomorrow in a Wisconsin courtroom. Stay with us.
She brutally and forcefully used the knife to stab Alex